to our members. Today's session addresses essential issues from a health and wellness perspective. When we go to market or shop to buy food items, colors is often the most important factor we consider while judging the quality of that food product. These days, almost all our daily foods like bread, biscuits, and sweets contain some amount of coloring, which may or may not be derived from natural ingredients. Not only our colors, but our other additives like preservatives, sweeteners, and firming agents also are present in our daily foods. Over the years, we have accepted or ignored such additives in our foods. But how safe are such additives? Today, we are about to find out with Mr. Ashok Kanchan, who is the Chief Advisor for Food, Nutrition and Health Division of Consumer Voice, which is a voluntary action group of academics, professionals and volunteers working towards consumer awareness. Mr. Kanchan has over 32 years of experience working in the food industry with Kisan Products, Modern Food Industries and Nestle India. He also worked as an advisor with the National Consumer Helpline of the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. But before I hand over it to Mr. Kanchan, allow me to ground rules for our webinar. We request you to keep the webinar on speaker for optimal viewing. We have kept you on mute and will unmute you when you ask a question during the question and answer session. During the question and answers, we request you to use the raise hand button available on Zoom if you wish to ask any questions. But kindly keep your questions limited to 90 seconds. Sorry. Please feel free to use the chat feature on Zoom to share your comments, questions, and observations with everyone. At the same time, we request you not to send us personal messages during the session, as we would not be able to monitor or respond. Also, please note your homes and background are visible to all during the webinar. So if you wish to protect your privacy, I suggest you use the stop button on Zoom. This program is being recorded and will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, that is youtube.com/Moneylife. So you can watch it this again. Now, taking more of your time, may I request Mr. Kanchan to take over? Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Yogesh ji. As Yogesh ji has introduced me, so today's topic is how safe are the food additives and colors. So before telling its safety of food additives and colors, I would like to tell about what are the additives, what are the how they works for the food, etc. Regarding the use of food additives, there is an old proverb, excess of everything is bad, जिसको हिंदी में कहते अति बहुत नुकसान करता है. Same thing applies with the food additives also. Means one has to use food additives judiciously. So before telling the safety and harmful effect of the food additives, I would like to tell about what are the food additives, what are their role, etc. The food additives can be called as a substance that are added to the food to maintain or improve the freshness, taste, texture, appearance of the food. So this is the basic purpose of food additives, for which food additives are added to the food. Regarding the safety that is also is a paramount of concern for the consumers. So safety means food additives should be added as minimum as possible. In the world scenario, there is an organization called JICFA, that's a organizations of the Joint Food FOO WHO Expert Committee on Food Additives that used to check the safety of food additives. Here, also in India, Food Safety Authority of India, FSSAI, they used to control about its regulations are there, where they used to tell how much food additives to be added to the certain foods. So they used to prescribe, limit used to be there for the chemical preservatives. Mostly in food additives, major role used to be in food for the preservation of the food. means to extend its shelf life. Technically, there are two types of food additives. We can say in technical terms, they are classified as food additives as class 1, class 2. In food additives, class 1, we can say in regulations they have defined class 1 where the limit of additives means no higher limits have been prescribed. Whereas class 2 preservatives, there are limits. In our daily use, we know class 1 preservatives are like these are the sugar, salt, honey, vinegar, or acetic acid, spices, oils. They also work as a preservative, and they are also called as food additives. Examples are, say, in the preparation of the jam, jelly, syrups, the sugar works as a preservative. In these products, sugar is added so that the moisture content used to be less. Sugar in the jam, or we can say in the syrups or in jellies, works as a additives. Similarly, in the tomato ketchup, acetic acid or vinegar works as a additive and works as a preservative also. This is also class 1 preservative. Similarly, the pickle, common salt, or edible oils works as a preservative. In this case of class 1 preservatives, say of oil, sugar, salt, etc., no limit has been prescribed, no upper limit has been prescribed. Whereas in class 2 preservative, where class 2 preservative means these are the chemical preservatives. These are the chemical preservatives. By that, food used to work for the extension of its shelf life. Say, in the products are there so many products. The upper limit has been prescribed in the FSSAI regulations. We can see in the products are there mostly in products class 2 products. Say one is to be a sodium benzoic acid. It's called a preservative, which is commonly used in jam, jelly, fruit drinks, pickles, chutney, tomato ketchup, sauce, etc. It's a salt. It is mostly used in its salt. Sodium benzoate, potassium benzoate. But upper limit has been prescribed here. So if safety is also concerned, if it is added in more than prescribed limit, it may be harmful.
अशोक जी, एक मिनट आपको थोड़ा सा रोकता हूँ. We had done a story on food additives. So while we are speaking, I'll just share my screen so that people can see, read it, the preservatives and other things on our story. What you're I'll be just sharing the screen. So you can carry on your speaking. I'll just share the screen.
Okay. So whatever risk factor is there, mostly in the benzoic acid, sodium benzoate, it is used in, say, fruit drinks are there and available in the markets. They used to contain sodium benzoate. Jam, jelly, etc. used to be there. They used to contain preservatives. So mostly sodium benzoate, it is found in animal studies that sodium benzoate increases the inflammation, stress, obesity, and allergy, etc. It may also, and during the process, sodium benzoate with acid in the product, it may convert into benzene. Benzene, that's a cancer conjugate substances. So limit has been prescribed for that. Another common preservative is sulphur dioxide. Sulphur dioxide is also added in so many products. It is used for preservation also, mainly in dehydrated fruits, vegetables, color. This is to just to bleaching substances is also works. So main preservation of jam, jelly, sugar, and good. Good means jaggery and sugar. Sulfur sugar used to be there. It is also used in beer, wine, syrup, servers. But the safety point of view, it has been found that sulfur dioxide in the food are considered to have toxicity also, and it may induce allergic reactions such as asthmatic attack, headache, nausea in the susceptible persons. Means those are having pro-asthmatic persons are there. They may feel asthmatic by consuming food products which contains sulfur dioxide. So my point is there, one should avoid it. These few products in the market are also available, which have less or no preservative of such types. I am quoting few examples in our consumer bar organizations. We used to do comparative testing of products and services regularly. And in 2019, in September 2019, we did comparative testing of 9 brands of tomato ketchup and found that Heinz brand does not contain sodium benzoate. In all other 8 brands, sodium benzoate was found, though it was found in permitted limit, and though it is found in the required limits, within the required limit of the FSSAI. So my point is here, there are the products available in the market which have less preservative or no preservative. So hence tomato ketchup was found without sodium benzoate or benzoic acid preservative. And that study, what we did, and we have published in our Consumer Bias magazine of September 2019. Similarly, this Tetra Pak juices, what we found, Tetra Pak juices does not require addition of the preservative. Means no sodium benzoate, benzoic acid is required in the Tetra Pak packaging. It is due to its processing superiority that Tetra Pak does not require addition of the preservatives. Even sulfur was, as I mentioned also, in sugar preparation, sulfur dioxide is used. Sulfur dioxide, as I mentioned, it creates asthmatic attacks, a feeling of uneasiness. So for those, the market, sugar, sulfurless sugar is also available. Few brands of sulfurless sugar available are Madhur, Trust, Uttam, 24 Mantra, Dhampur. Few brands are there. There the process used to be of carbonation, not of sulfur, not of use of sulfur dioxide. Means alternate products without sulfur, the sugar without sulfur is also available in the market. So my point is there that one should try to purchase the products where the less food additives, less preservatives are there. Few products are available in the market also. I would like to tell about additives in the bread. Bread, you see, market breads are available. Mainly the bread made by the maida, that is called a white bread. To make its crumb more whiter, mostly chemical bleaching substance or whitening substance are used. That is not desirable for the health. means their effect is there. It reduces its means nutritional value. In the natural wheat, some carotenoids, the beta carotene means it's a precursor of vitamin A is there. Some yellowness used to be there in the whole wheat flour. By bleaching substances, its carotenoids or beta carotene, or we can say precursor of vitamin A, used to get destroyed. So one should not go for the white bread. White bread means there is a less nutrition of vitamin A indirectly. So we can go for the other products also, which are more healthy options of the bread. We can say atta bread is also available. Multigrain bread is also available. Here, the more fiber used to be there than maida bread or the white bread. White bread means is made of the refined wheat flour. The refined wheat flour means the wheat flour where its bran, husk, etc. has been removed. So, though it used to be more attractive in texture, but nutrition by white bread is not better than atta bread or multigrain bread. Atta bread or multigrain bread, major plus point is of its bran or its bran, which is works as a means it is good for the our health. Good bran, which works as a better movement of our bowel movement. Though bran, etc., it does not have any nutritional value, but it helps in bowel movement. This it also controls in the blood sugar levels also. It also helps in the controlling the cholesterol also. So my point is there, one should go for the atta or multigrain bread instead of the white bread. Other colors, etc. The colors is also added for mainly attraction or better appeal, but colors is also of two types. One is the natural color is there, and another is synthetic colors also. Another color is inorganic colors is there. But in food products, inorganic colors means which are used mainly for textiles are not permitted for the use in food products. Regarding natural colors means colors like we call as a beta carotene, chlorophyll, caramel, anantho, saffron, curcumin or color from the turmeric. हल्दी से जो रंग मिलता है, that is a natural products where the upper limit has not been prescribed by FSSAI. Whereas colors, synthetic colors, though FSSAI regulation permits its use, upper limit is there. Upper limit has been prescribed because in excess amount, if somebody consumed it, there used to be harmful effect on the human being. Synthetic color are the permitted synthetic color. Though in the FSSAI regulation is there, red color. It's called Ponciophora, Carmosine, Erythrosine. Yellow is Tartrazine, Sunset Yellow. Blue is Indigo Carmine, Brilliant Blue. Green is Fast Green. These are the permitted colors where the upper limit has been prescribed in the different packaged food products, different food products. But the study shows the addition of these synthetic food colors, study shows that the brilliant blue color induce liver damage, renal failure, asthma attacks, whereas the tartrazine is responsible for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. This is means one cannot concentrate. This type of disease used to be there. The concentration deficit used to be there. Sunset yellow color, which is yellow color, it causes hyperactivity. Sometimes a tumor has been reported. So these colors are randomly used in market. If we purchase mango drink, mango drinks generally used to have yellow color. Yellow colors means tartrazine. Sunset colors used to be there, which is for mainly to have better attractions. If we don't add, manufacturer don't add it, it will not get attracted. But side effects of these colors used to be there. It is not desirable to have to consume more colors. So better go for the products which contain less color or no color in it. That is, from the health of point of view, one should avoid more shiny means which have more color in its foods. It is desirable to have food which having less color in its product. In market, I have noticed it. There is a fashion has come out. Their USP used to be there. They used to claim no color is there. I have seen few products in the market, say fruit drinks in Tetra Pak of the brand Real, Paperboat, Tropicana. They use to write no added color. Means products are available where no addition of color is there. So consumer can prefer to purchase the products which have less color or no color. So whatever sweets, etc., we used to consume in the market, which are having more color. So my suggestion is that the consumer should buy the products which have less color in its products. Means jalebi is there. If it is more bright jalebi is there, one should go for the less bright jalebi colors. Means the less addition of color is there. So that is more desirable to have products with less colors for the health point of view. Now the question comes, how to identify these products in the market? Whether one has to see, as per the FSSAI regulation, manufacturer has to declare its ingredients in descending order. Descending means highest ingredient will be first ingredient, then in reducing percentage use will come later on. So similarly, they have to declare the addition of preservative also, addition of color also. But the question comes, how common consumer can identify the product has which additives have been used in the food products. So for the because in the label space used to be less, so manufacturer has been allowed to declare food additives and food colors by their international numbers. So manufacturer used to write, mostly they used to write in numbers. So one has to be very much careful or one can know which number pertains to which food additives. So one has to take carefully, and international numbers are there for the additives mainly. I want to tell few numbers commonly used food additives. Benzoic acid means it works as a food additives in juices, jams, etc. Benzoic acid has number 210. Sodium benzoate, it's a salt. Its number is 211. Another salt of sodium benzoic acid is potassium benzoate. Its international number is 212. So similarly, for sulfur dioxide, 220. And its salts used to be there: sodium metabisulfite, potassium metabisulfite. Sodium metabisulfite has 223, potassium metabisulfite 224. So these preservatives, whatever additives or preservatives are there, manufacturer used to write in international numbers. So one has to, how one can come to know what are they? So better one can Google it. Suppose we ask Google, what is meant by international number 210? It will come benzoic acid. So any consumer can come to know what additives, what preservatives product it contains. This is the way to find out how which additives have been used, which preservative has been used in the product. As I mentioned, products are available in the market of without preservative, also, without color also. Similarly, in market, Tetra Pak juices, as I mentioned earlier also, does not require addition of preservative. It is due to its better technology of processing. So, whereas in juices, in PET bottles or glass bottles used to contain preservatives. So, from the health point of view, or means safety point of view, consumer should prefer purchase of Tetra Pak juices, whereas when Tetra Pak juices, because it does not require preservatives, whereas in PET bottles or glass bottles, its preservative is required. So by purchasing juices in Tetra Pak, consumer can avoid use or consumption of preservatives. These are the means tips to the consumer how one can reduce the consumption of preservatives or colors in its daily consumption food products. So while purchasing food products, consumer should read the ingredients carefully. Similarly, I mentioned in the bread also, bread, one should go for the atta bread. In the atta bread, there is a present regulation says whenever atta has been added, any manufacturer can claim it's a atta bread. But I found in the market a bread contains 5% atta, also claim as atta bread. A bread contains 45% atta, also claim as atta bread. So, consumers, before purchasing the, say, example, atta bread, one has to see its ingredient and see what is the percentage use of atta in its bread. So more atta means more fiber will be there. So consumers should prefer the bread or atta bread where the percentage of atta is more in it the bread. So I have come to know that FSSAI is making rules in changing this scenario, because 5% atta bread is also called atta bread, 50% atta bread, 50% atta containing bread also is called as atta bread. So to correct it, FSSAI also coming up, draft has come out. They are going to make standards for the how much minimum percentage atta should be there in the atta bread. So this type analogy is there, but at present, so purchase of atta bread, say, or multigrain bread, suppose some claim it's a having 5 grains, but one should see what is the percentage of the grains they have used. Some are using 0.5%, and they are claiming of that ingredients. So this way we can purchase better product in the market. Means say purchase of the brands are there where the one say that brand contains 45% atta, one say 5% atta. So better one should go for the atta bread which contains 45%. So that much awareness is required for the better consumer purchase preferences. Whereas products I have mentioned, one should purchase food products which have least or added colors or least additives in its product. Similarly, the purchase of milk products, etc., and the bread, etc., other than food preservative in colors, one has to see its end use, means what is its shelf life. So it is very much required to be seen that what is its use by date. Use by date, one can say it's a shelf life. By seeing, it is mandatory to mention in the, say, milk and bread, the use by date used to be there. So consumers should see, other than whatever additives are there, whatever colors are there, one should see what is its shelf life. So one should consume the food products within its shelf life. That is also very much desirable for the purchase preferences.
Right. I think that's it from you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can take the questions from people who are attending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before allowing anyone to ask question, I would like to ask some basic question. I mean, there are two segments in this food production. One is the organized sector, another one is unorganized sector. So which one is more likely to use the color and additives? I mean, we should be careful, like if it is a branded one kind of thing, so we can be little bit, we can get away with that. Or if it is an organized sector which has manufactured a small manufacturer, so there are more possibilities that he may add the colors or additives.
Yeah.
So how you, what is your suggestion in that?
Yeah, it is generally also found. We also found in our testing also, whereas the more violations were found in the loose products or the unorganized products, whereas less violations were found, less adulteration were found in the organized sector products. Basically, because in organized means big brands, declaration used to be there, proper declaration used to be there, traceability used to be there. So it is generally found more violation, more adulteration were found in the unorganized or the products which are sold in loose form.
Okay, so does this apply to the local baniya or halwai who manufactures sweets? So he may be using more color or additives. I mean, what kind of precautions we need to take for these things?
So my suggestion is like that this regulation is applies to all, maybe baniya products or the loose product or the branded products. But one has to be more cautious because traceable in baniya product, suppose we purchase the loose sweets from the halwai, and there is no traceability after eating it or consuming it, somebody gets any ill effect of it. So one cannot catch hold it because it is very difficult to establish its um, uh, means effect or in traceability will be a difficult thing. Whereas in the branded products, one can have the another same batch number product is there, one can have the traceability with it. So one can catch hold to the branded products, but it is difficult to catch hold the manufacturer of loose products or the halwai products.
Oh, okay, sir. We have one question from Koka Karishma. She wants to ask, you said Tetra packs are free from preservatives.
Yeah.
But however, we have been told that they are lined with biophosphates in some cases, which is worse. So what is your take on that?
Pardon?
Tetra packs are free from preservatives. That is what you had said. But
Yeah.
She says that she has been told that the Tetra packs are lined with biophosphates in some cases. So that will have some ill effect on the human bodies.
I have not noticed like that. Where is the case, suppose any juice is there in the PET bottles, it contains preservative. Whereas the and Tetra Pak, there is no preservative. So the point of view of the preservative means in the juices which are packed in Tetra Pak does not require the addition of the preservatives. We can say it's a free from preservative. Where the juices are which are packed in PET bottles, they used to contain preservatives. The preservatives one should consume as minimum as possible.
Okay. We have one more question from वीरेंद्र शर्मा. He says, अशोक जी, मिठाइयों में अगर मिठाई में और स्नैक्स में अगर कलर का कोई फायदा नहीं है तो इससे गवर्नमेंट इसको बैन क्यों नहीं करती? क्योंकि खाने पे तो नुकसान ही ज्यादा होता है, फायदा कुछ नहीं।
नहीं ऐसा है, इसमें लिमिट्स हैज बीन प्रिस्क्राइब्ड. It is one cannot say. I have been in Kisan also. If you serve a jam without color, I think nobody will purchase it, because strawberry jam, suppose if we were manufacturing strawberry jam, if we pack it in without color, I think nobody will purchase it, because it will not get attraction. So to see, to become a natural one, to similar to the natural one, color addition is there. That too, upper government has prescribed the limits for the addition of the color. So my point is there, it is a government infrastructure or testing of the colors is also costly affair. And even in government labs or government implementation authorities, they rarely used to check the addition of color, whether it has been added within color, within limits or not. So for a consumer point of view, or one can say for safety point of view, it is advisable if one can compromise with the attractiveness, etc., one should go the product which are having less color. Then see in market, mango juice is there. One is having more attractive color, one is having less attractive color. So to my opinion, one can go the product which has a less color from the safety or health point of view.
Okay. Aparna Joshi wants to ask a question. Yeah, you can ask the question.
Thank you for giving me a chance to speak. I have two questions. Firstly, if the speaker says that Heinz does not contain any preservative, then there's a question. I mean, I'm not doubting his knowledge, of course, but I want to know that how about the shelf life of that product? And another thing, what he said, that if there is no color added to a certain thing, let me tell you, years back, I had a homemade jams and I have done a course of government about food preservation and canning. So I used to make apple jam without using any preservatives and colors, and it had that brownish type of color. But people chose that over the one which had a added color made by me only. Hello.
First point, should I answer it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. First point regarding the Heinz tomato ketchup, it is the sodium benzoate benzoatic works as a preservative also. I had been in Kisan also, but though there the preservative sodium benzoate is added, my point is there somebody is taking utmost care in the selection or using of the tomatoes, which is the main source of the contamination. If there the strict control has been taken place, so no rotten tomatoes is coming, proper washing is there, so one can use the ketchup without preservative also. So it is possible if utmost care has been taken, proper processing has been done, so there is no need of preservative also. Similarly, in another question, I had been in Kisan also. I am sure whatever you are telling is jam can be prepared by without preservative also. It's a safety precaution or having more shelf life in the market, because if you prepare for home and if you consume within few months also, there is no need of preservative also. It's a preservative main purpose is to extend its shelf life also. Whatever they are claiming 12 months, 9 months, etc. For that purpose, I think preservative is added to enhance its shelf life. In preparation of jam, bricks, whatever TSS is called, is about 70, means more sugar. Sugar in the jam also works as a preservative. There's no need of preservative technically, but basically it is generally used to enhance its shelf life in the market.
Okay. We have one interesting question from Kunal, who is an entrepreneur. He's asking, if we are using all the class 1 additives, can we label the product as made from natural ingredients?
Yes, it's too much desirable, because somebody I am not don't want to name the product. जो बूंदी के लड्डू होते हैं, अगर कोई अच्छे सही से बनाता है तो सैफरन इज देयर, जैसे कहते हैं केसर, केसर के लड्डू करके बेचता है, तो केसर से इट गिव्स अ कलर आल्सो. देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ एडिशन. जैसे लड्डू में if somebody is adding, it's a natural coloring substance also. Its own attraction is there. So natural color is there. केसर या केसर का लड्डू कहते हैं, केसर का हलवा कहते हैं, तो it gives a color also. It's a natural color. It's more desirable than the synthetic colors. Whatever Tatrazine or sunset yellow color gives, it's a kesar gives the same tints to the product. But kesar used to be costly products, so that mostly manufacturer had synthetic colors, not kesar.
Okay. We have next question from Koka Karishma. Yeah, doctor, you can ask.
Thank you, sir. Sir Ashokji, the
Yeah.
concept of bisphenols being added to Tetra Paks to help their Tetra Paks last longer has two implications. So this is now on bisphenols. Bisphenols, I think, are S and A. We recycle Tetra Paks. So it's not just our consumption that I'm concerned about. It's also the concept of when we recycle Tetra Paks, it goes back into the land. So what are your thoughts on protecting the land while we also protect ourselves? Because what goes back into the land comes back into our food and affects our health. Thank you.
Yeah. So from that point of view, I am of opinion that Tetra Pak, or you can say PET, etc., plastic packaging, the product, one should avoid the food product with the plastic packaging overall, because plastic is a big hazard to the environment. So I have seen oils. I have seen once I have been abroad. I have seen this mustard oil is getting packed in the glass bottle. Glass is a natural packaging material, a natural inert material, but it is a fragile, etc. People mostly it has been switched to the PET bottles. So whatever oils mostly as is used in PET bottles, earlier I have seen from in my own eyes that the oil is getting packed in the glass bottle. So glass is more environment friendly than the PET bottles or plastic bottles. So as a good consumer, I am emphasizing here in the preservatives only. I think we should go for the glass packaged material, food products. The glass is more desirable than plastic.
Okay. I think that's more like it. So thank you, Mr. Ashok ji, for a very enlightening session. And thanks all for joining us today. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you. Good night.